Royal Caribbean needs volunteers? Huh? What? And Key West bans cruise ships? What? Welcome to Cruise Basics. I'm Sean, your host, here today. So we're going to be talking about Royal Caribbean and how they're going to be getting their ships certified. Getting certified for the CDC is going to be for the new stuff that's going on, where they weren't going to be doing the no-sell order, pushing it forward and extending it. So now what they have to do is they have to get every ship certified to be able to accept passengers to take them out on cruises. Right now, what it looks like is they're going to be using their employees for these series of cruises. They're going to be short cruises. It looks like they're going to be going from probably Miami and Port Canaveral, or just Miami, and going over to Coco Cay, their private island, and then coming back and learning the protocols, getting the certification from the CDC so that they can actually start cruising again. That's a good sign. We're getting there. We're almost there. Of course, they canceled all their cruises in December so that they can get all their employees back that need to be back to get trained, so that they can initiate these new protocols, from the muster drill to the new cleaning crew, the sanitizing of everything from luggage and all that. They just have to learn a whole new system, or they tweak it a little bit better, so that they can get their stuff that they need to get done, so they can keep it virus free. So with that said, what they're looking at as well is that they're going to have to be doing, they have to get 15 cruises certified. So they have to do it 15 times. And each time you have to kind of like a short cruise where they change passengers. So what it's looking like here is that they're looking at getting volunteers as well. How are they going to get the volunteers? That's still up in the air. We don't know. So people might get lucky and get to go. They might use employees and travel agents. We don't know. I know that Vicky, the senior vice president of the sales and trade support, basically she did what she calls a coffee talk, which she does it once a week, but it's for travel agents, and they discuss stuff with the travel agents. So I'm thinking that they're going to try to use like their major travel agents that bring the most business to them as well. We don't know if they're going to ask, Crown and Anchor people, or just people that have already been booked, and we don't know. But they will need to get that certification, so that they can get their permits to run those ships. So right now, it's up in the air. As soon as we find out, I'll let you know. But until then, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Key West now. So on November 3rd, the election day, of course, you're looking at Key West vote. The Key West community voted on not allowing big ships, big massive cruise ships coming into port, and it passed. Basically, no ships like the Brilliance of the Seas that was coming out of Tampa, the ones that were coming out of Fort Lauderdale on Celebrity and Holland that were going over to Key West and then going down south to Jamaica or Grand Cayman or Cozumel. That's a no-go anymore. They voted on it, and they're not allowing them. The only cruise lines that are allowed are cruise ships that only hold 1,300 people or less. So you're talking small ships. And what I read is that they are only allowing one ship in port per day. So it's not just a 1,300 person or less cruise ship. It's 1,300 people in total that are allowed to come per day. That's how I read it. Let me know if that's wrong. I'm pretty sure that I read it correctly, but you never know. So that's gonna, to go visit Key West, you're gonna have to drive from Miami or Fort Lauderdale when you fly in if you want to go visit Key West. Key West is a great community. It's a local community. It does have a lot of tourists that come in there, drive in there. It's a lovely drive once you get out of Miami and you take that bridge out to Key West through Marathon and all those areas. So I mean, it's still doable to get to Key West. They're not shutting Key West down. They just won't allow any cruise ships except for those small ships that hold under 1,300 people. So you're looking at, all your luxury cruise lines like Crystal, Silver Seas, all those cruise lines will be able to go. Not sure on Royal if they're going to be using that smaller ship. I don't know the percentage of people that are on board. The Empress of the Seas, I know that's a really small ship. They were using that for Cuba. I know Carnival's basically gotten rid of all their small ships. So I don't think Carnival will be going back. Holland America, Princess, all of them, they're pretty much gotten rid of all their smaller ships. So it's going to be, like Azamara. I think Oceania doesn't even have any smaller ships either anymore. So it's going to be that Azamara, Regents, Silver Seas, Crystal Cruise Lines, those smaller ships. So we'll see if that works. I mean, they said that, in the article that they're only going to be losing like 5 or 6% of their business when it comes to cruising. I don't know how they came up with that figure, especially with the small businesses. I mean, I've been down there several times, and I mean, I've talked to the small business people, and they rely on these cruise ships coming in. So it'll be interesting to see how the small ships bring in business for those mom and pop locations to stay alive. Other than that, I mean, we'll keep you posted on the Royal Caribbean volunteers. See if they're going to allow anybody besides their employees and the travel agents, or if they're going to offer Crown and Anchor members to do it as well. Final thoughts: it's looking pretty good starting cruising in 2021. As long as all these cruise lines pass their certifications to get these ships up and running. I see them starting out with the short cruises, Nassau, like I did a video on Nassau, how they're opening up and everything, and they are going to, they're going to try to do those short cruises. I don't know if it's going to be Freeport and Nassau or just their private island. I know that they're trying to do it where they want to do just their private island for the first couple of times. But other than that, hang in there. We'll be back up and running on these cruise ships, and stay tuned for the next one. See you later.
Yeah.